All right. We are back. It is Uncle Makara. All relations. Let's get started. This is the spirit science of attraction. What the kick's going on, man? What the kick's going on underneath the surface? Okay. So we're looking at the spiritual constitution of this. This is a very deep and core understanding that is going to give you tremendous insights if you look at it from a fresh pair of eyes. So drop all the baggage and shit that you know from all the books and Red Pill content you've consumed. Let it all out, go, let it all out, flush it out, flush in the toilet. Okay, good. Now, we are going to tap into understanding first and foremost the genetic code of attraction, and then I'll slowly move it towards spirituality. Okay. Some may say, oh, it's just pheromones, man. Right? That's one angle, that's one perspective. Someone else may say that, oh, it's just about, knowing the right erogenous zones. Okay. That's one perspective. But what if you put all those perspectives together? You start this behemoth process of this kind of, you know, domino effect samurai energy where you just take your holy beingness and you expand the light outwards. Okay. That's attractive. Life is attractive. Unattractive would mean closer to death, repellent. So this is the way that I see it. And you can have your own perspectives, obviously. Okay. I'm just a practitioner in this art form, just like you are. And we're both exploring this field together. Okay. I don't know why the sun is just shining on my face like this. Hold on. Okay. Way better. So the first thing that we've got to understand is attraction as a mating code. Okay. Opening up the whiteboard. All right. Now, did I share this with the tribe? I didn't. Come on, Sam, you should have done that by now. Okay. I don't care, Zoinks. Chill out. All right. Some people have no idea what I just said, but some of my students, clients, devotees, disciples know this. Attraction isn't just about desire. It's a deep biological mechanism driving both survival and replication, reproduction, right? So both men and women exhibit predictable patterns based on evolutionary needs that are encoded into their genes or genetics. So the mating code basically governs our behaviors subconsciously, without our knowingness. So once we have the awareness that this genetic code is at play, can we not biohack it as savage shamans? Can we not understand a greater purpose and redesign it according to our wellness and our strategy for survival? Because nature's primary agenda is survival and replication. It doesn't care about emotions or societal agreements. Yes, emotions are important. We have to qualify what's going on, right? And, feel deeply into things in order to manifest them and so forth, right? We understand that. But also, emotions can get very tricky. And actually, they tell CIA agents not to trust their gut instinct intelligence only, but to use their brain and their gut and their heart intelligence. So there's a very deep power in coming from all angles, right? Everything serves the attraction. Everything serves the seduction, right? You fall over, it's part of the movie. You see what I'm saying, guys? So that gives you a freedom because you understand nature's ruthless strategy that women are biologically driven to seek the highest value mate they can secure, especially during their reproductive prime. But men are naturally wired for multiple partners, actually. Denying this instinct can sometimes cause a man extreme internal conflict, whereas women may experience insecurity if their partner expresses attraction to others, fearing a loss of stability, survival value, and so forth. So, although emotions matter for relationship dynamics, nature operates independently of them. Nature don't care about your feelings, bro, right? Nature don't care about your feelings, bro. You need to learn how to manage your emotions, to walk on water as Jesus did, to rise above the emotion, to align with your natural instinct, and be essential in establishing clear boundaries, being a loving interruption in people's lives, being the tough love that they need to uphold their values, to prevent them from falling into patterns of weakness that diminish attraction. Because once you know how this works, it prevents emotional suffering from relationships. You know, us guys, we've got to learn how to operate within nature's rules without becoming bitter, right? We got to engage with relationships with alignment, with awareness, not just join a MGTOW group and then forget about it, right? Like that's the ultimate male fantasy, just to escape from everything. Become a monk, become a shaman dragon, right? Become a warrior. Well, you got to recognize that you have this primal attraction and soulful connection, and they can coexist, but they need to be navigated consciously, not unconsciously. The challenge lies in merging biological instincts with emotional intelligence. Okay? This is going to help you build healthier and sustainable relationships, guys. This is no joke. Okay? Men have got to maintain their integrity and assertiveness. Okay? Because we are being, bleep the word, the P word, over accommodating, over what's the word, man? Explaining, no. It's not even that. Strength and survival value. That's sexy. If a man doesn't deserve to demonstrate those traits in some way, the relationship is going to deteriorate. Okay. So, relationship shouldn't be about controlling or restricting emotions, but about awareness and mastery over nature's inherent design. So, we got to strive for alignment with our natural instincts while maintaining respect and open communication with our partners. Men should express their natural attraction honestly and set expectations with their partners, and also address insecurities through clear communication, not by suppressing their natural drive or instincts. They got to learn how to clearly communicate and address those things. So every interaction with a partner offers an opportunity to align more deeply with nature's codes and evolve emotionally and spiritually. Okay. So attraction isn't just some random game. To me, it's medicine. Okay. To me, it's medicine because Krishna, the all attractive one, think of that cosmic frequency tuned mirror, calling out to you from deep within, right? Everything drawn to you, whether it stings or it sings, baby, ain't no coincidence. This ain't no quinky dink, okay? This is a synchronicity, a spark, an echo from the shadows of your soul, guiding you towards integration, wholeness, evolution. You think attraction is just lust or need? Nah, bro. It's your subconscious in disguise, summoning what you crave to balance out the energies internally. The passive are magnetized to the active, and the wounded seek their salvation. The word salve, solvent, salve. Every attraction is a code, either to heal the fractures of your past or mirror your highest potential. But look closer, bro, because when you're drawn to someone, you're really seeking yourself, your unclaimed light, your neglected parts of you, or the divinity that's just been hiding inside this whole time. And yeah, I get it. It's messy, right? Karmic loops, old wounds playing out and out again and again. It's part of the game too, right? Healing through connection. It's not about judging what pulls you in. It's about understanding. If you can align with what attraction is showing you, you evolve. So it's not just romance, okay? Ladies always want the romance, right? I get it. Okay, romance, that's great. This is soul medicine. When opposites are dancing together, Shiva and Shakti, or like energies collide, that's the sweet spot. That's the zone. That's what fascinates me. That moment of yin and yang making magic in the field, baby. That's what mastery feels like. That's what mastery feels like. All right. And the spiritual masters, they don't need partners to complete them because they've already merged the polarities within them. You guys see that? Let me say that again. Spiritual masters don't need partners to complete them because they've already merged the polarities within them. What does that mean? It means that attraction is our curriculum. The universe keeps handing you mirrors, reflections, lessons until you find the medicine that you need and become the harmony that you are seeking. So, what's your pull? As we heard from Urban last night, whom I channeled, he's a member of the Lyran Council, okay, Starseed Lyran Council, and he said, what's your medicine? Figure that out and you'll stop chasing love. You'll embody it. That, my friend, is the savage truth of attraction. Now walk in the knowing and let the dance continue. Okay? Okay, so let's make some things clear. Let's go over them again. Okay, some of it might have gone over your head. So, what draws you towards others comes from your subconscious, your unclaimed divinity, or unresolved wounds. Okay? Then we have the polarities, the play of polarities. It isn't coincidence, it's how energies balance itself out. So the passive are drawn to the active, the wounded seek healing through connection. Okay? Sometimes we keep getting attracted to people who reflect back our old wounds or parental patterns. This is not nature punishing you. It's actually an invitation to heal and break free from karmic cycles. Okay? So as you evolve spiritually, attraction gets more nuanced. It's not just about survival or need, but about aligning with the divine within and seeing it reflected in another human being. Okay? Once you've merged the masculine and feminine within, shadow and light, Nothing perturbs you. You're there. You have arrived. You're already here. And when you align with your natural self, your natural frequency, when you can find your rest zone, where even at your rest, you grow, right? That's a deep philosophical state of mind. But attraction is a lesson, not a destination. Okay? The universe uses people as mirrors to reveal what needs healing or what potential is ready to emerge within you. This is when you stop chasing love and you become love. You start to be the love. All right? So the real understanding would be an understanding of polarity. Let me show you guys a basic chart. Is this a good one? Not bad. This one's by Elliot Saxby from the book Masculine and Feminine Polarity Work. All right, so the wounded masculine and the wounded feminine. It's not toxic masculine, toxic feminine. Okay, forget those words. It's the immature parts of you, the unconscious, the shadow parts. These are the four minds: light masculine, light feminine, dark masculine, dark feminine. Okay? So it's the yin and the yang that you're seeing right now. Okay? Of course, through these powerful eyes, right? As it takes us to another dimension. Wow. Looking at that just does something to me. Anyway, the mature divine feminine is self-assured, has diversity, empathy, devoted to the masculine, intuitive, understanding, auspicious, serene, healing, love-based level of consciousness. So this is love and fear. This is love and fear coexisting inside of a person's mind, the four minds we call it. Okay, the dark masculine, dark feminine, the light masculine, light feminine. Those are the four minds. So the meeting of all four minds, as we understood from Herbrun yesterday, would result in you creating such a powerful flame that all the twin flames emerge. They awaken at the same time that you come into your truth, your divinity, your authenticity, and your inner power. Because why wouldn't you? Why not? This is what life is about, my friends, to integrate the self, not to live these fragmented lives of like, oh, look at that weirdo over there. I don't like what are you doing? Like you're blasting at a projection of you, right? You're you're letting your emotions get the best of you rather than what? The divine masculine, honoring, humble, okay? Selflessness, okay? Worshipping the feminine is not the same thing as simping, by the way, okay? I want to really clarify that. Worshipping the feminine is beyond the constructs of femininity in the modern way. Worshipping the feminine is worshipping the Shakti, or the essence, which is that divine essence within everything. So worshiping the feminine is really about worshiping the flow of life, the dance, the movement, the change, the transformation, right? So emotional, mental balance, selflessness, accepting, encompassing. I love that word. Wow. Wow. Instead of containing, He's encompassing. Oof. Some of you felt that shift, right? I don't know. I did. But this is a love-based state of consciousness. It's the masculine, tough love, divine love. Then there's the nurturing-based feminine love, right? Women, you know how to do this somehow, some way. You know, you can replenish with your feminine energy. If you really set your intention and all of your senses and mind on it, you're a healer, ultimately, right? Because men live in their heads, in their imaginations, in their intellect, trying to figure things out. Ladies, you don't need to figure anything out, right? You just need to feel connected to what you're doing, right? But this came through a lot of understanding, right? Going through a lot of heartbreak, going through a lot of nonsense, and working it out, you know, within myself. Of course, my ego doesn't like to know this stuff. It wants to push it away immediately. Like, why am I watching this stuff, man? I know how to get girls, what, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's a protective mechanism, you know, within all of us that avoids, I mean, it stops us from really learning, right? It makes us feel what? Attention seeking, blaming others, right? Being a victim, having unconscious sex and being anxious or being avoidant, right? Being competitive, disconnecting through intellect, dominating, suppressing the feminine or the Shakti, right? This is such a powerful dynamic because now I know I can take my sense of ownership or entitlement and start to honor it more. I can take my wanting to disconnect through my intellect and help me find emotional and mental balance. Okay. Instead of being avoidant, I'm going to be encompassing. So, really, what you got to do is lower some of these heal some of these wounded traits and amplify some of these matured states. Okay. Now, that's an attractive individual. Dang. Okay. The man is like a pillar or a rock, like he just can't be fucked with, you know? He's untamable, but women love him. Why? They still want to know. They want to keep carving. They want to keep testing him. He's not going to move. He's the bottom of the ocean. And women, you know, we see that energy. It's fluid, that change, that flux, that Shakti. Have you ever seen a woman dance on the dance floor? Right? The curves, the certain patterns she can do with her body, the levels, right? The gestures. That's the beautiful dance of Shakti. That's the dance of life itself because it moves in these unpredictable patterns. Okay. Women, you cannot predict the next 24 hours of your day. No matter how much you try to plan it out, you're not going to be able to. Okay. Hard facts. Okay. So you got to learn how to surrender, ladies. Not surrender your control entirely. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying learning to let go of what does not serve you any longer. Learning to not hold grudges and hoard things in your mental world. Okay. They don't belong there. So find the belonging through your own mental world. Where would you like to live in your mind? You know, that tells you a lot about how you're willing to thrive and cope. It tells you your strategy. It tells you your core needs, right? It reveals a lot. The water represents something else. The forests represent something else. Okay. So this is a really, really deep concept. Connected. Yeah. Merging biological instincts with emotional intelligence. Okay. Really powerful. And remember, this is what mastery feels like. Make that your mantra, man. Because ultimately the feeling will become a fact, right? You won't be able to rationalize it anymore because it's like a physical sensation, but it's not. It's like a metaphysical one, right? But it stings like that. So it's like, that's what mastery feels like. And it draws you into this unconscious world. And then you can resolve any broken parts that you see. So let's say that you imagine your subconscious right now as a garden. And that garden maybe hasn't been, the hedge hasn't been cut for years or whatever. It's like growing wild or whatever. And I want you to be like Farmville in your mind right now and kind of just like create your garden. Just sort through your own subconscious mind right now. Like a cosmic surgeon. Good. Create a light, expansive feeling throughout the garden. Oh, nice trees. Whoever's doing those trees, amazing. Yep, tree house is allowed. All right, cool. Right? You can change the weather if you'd like. You can have it be snowy if you like the snow, or rainy if you like the rain. Okay? Or very sunny and pleasant. Good. Now what shall we add? Maybe some animals? Your favorite animals? Good. Let those primal instincts nurture your brain right now. Give your brain a massage. Let those animals that you generate give your brain a massage. Whoa, bro, what are those monkeys doing with my medulla? Anyway. Yep, you can keep adding stuff, okay? So you can add a river or pond. Maybe you can add distant mountains in the corner. Maybe you can add a beachside cafe. Get creative here, okay? Get really creative here. This is your subconscious mind, right? It's not just a turtle, it's a fragmented part of your subconscious mind, right? This is why animals are messengers, because they're the fragments. Okay. So keep building this subconscious mind palace, this arena, this garden, this beautiful, illustrious garden with all sorts of different fruits, different flowers, different vines and bamboo, perhaps, different symbols, different sigils of different beings that you work with or connect with or feel an alignment with. Good. Let all of your main 7 chakra deities walk the garden with you now. Whew, this is going to change the game. Now let them add their vision to it. Ooh, okay, shit. Okay, some of them are going off. Okay, slow down, guys. Dang. Okay. I love that. Whoever's creating that waterfall, keep doing it. Hey, shall we add like some of our favorite things on there? Why not? Okay. Add your brand Shakti or your style counterpart, your significant, your specific person, your SP, as they say in the law of attraction communities, right? Have your anima over there, like whether she's fae or a nymph or a mermaid or a goddess. Amazing. Now see your anima interact with your chakra deities or your entities. Or the animus if you're the woman, if you and you want to do this with a opposite gender male counterpart energy, heterosexual dynamic. All right. So what does your anima or animus look like in that garden? Whew. Man, this is like some Carl Jung active imagination on like esoteric steroids. I don't know what this is, but I'm glad it's working. Thank you, whichever being is guiding this, probably Urban. Okay, thank you. All right. Now keep adding things. You can change the colors and hues. This is like Photoshop, right? So you can change it according to how you want. Is it like an old Castlevania environment? Like it's Halloween time. Hey, why not, right? Is it like an old dojo from an old anime you used to watch? Is it like one of the backgrounds of Street Fighter, like on one of those levels? Right. So you can decide, and you can also get really nostalgic. So try and see if you can bring in childhood elements. Okay. Like things you used to really like maybe Power Rangers or like, Hard Captors or like Teen Titans, whatever, right? All of that stuff, just have them now be in the garden now, be in the garden now, be in the garden now. Good. Watch them just float around. This is like childlike imagination. We're creating an imagination sphere in a sense. So this is going to be very powerful because we're going to charge it. Charge it with your main chakra. If you don't know what that is, just use the chakra that you want to intuitively use right now. Okay. Charge the garden with your main chakra point. Good. Now make sure that you once again understand. Maybe you're in a vaporwave environment with lots of strange alien fruit and flowers. Okay. And there you see your anima manifesting as one of the feminine counterparts to one of the maybe the male deities or they work with, or it could be vice versa. Okay. So try that out. The anima is now taking the form of a goddess in a different Shakti. It's the same Shakti, right? That divine essence, that Sophia, I guess, passed on. Okay. But now it's in the form of a goddess, just like Parvati is also Kali, right? And is also Durga. You guys get that? So do that with your anima right now. Amazing. And we work with the 3 Shakti energies. And if you do rituals for this anima or Shakti, you create a magnetism where more memories, moments, synchronicities start to stack with the kind of picture that you've envisioned for yourself. Okay? So be careful what you wish for because you just might get it And other people's opinions may self-sabotage you unconsciously more than your own, than you may realize. So get really clear. Is this your idea? 100%. Okay. Is this really your idea? Have you been kind of poked and prodded in certain directions to be able to do it in a certain way? We want certainty, right? Some structures, man. It gives us sanity, okay? However, at the same time, there's going to be things that shock you and surprise you on this journey. That's why we're freestyle shamans. We work with the now. We don't work with the past and future and, try to circumnavigate things and try to teleport mentally to those places and locations. We do it at times, right? As the healing work happens, of course, you got to dig up the past, right? Or go into the future to coach. But that's merely taking you away from what is happening right now. And attraction can only happen in the now, right? Attraction can't happen in the past. Attraction can't happen in the future. Okay. It has happened or it's going to happen perhaps, but you're taking yourself away from the nowness. And the nowness, your presence as a man is what makes you most attractive. Ladies, give me a thumbs up in this video so the men get it. Okay. So the guys get it. Okay. He just doesn't listen to me. He's kind of emotionally unavailable. Yeah, I've heard this a million trillion times. Okay. But I've also heard quite the opposite. Right. Why is she just so nagging me? Like, what's going on here? It's like the same patterns show up in relationships, no matter where you go. Okay. And it's an invisible game of polarity that people do not understand. They only have some instance or understanding of this, right? Even spiritual masters, like I said, they don't need another partner because they have those polarities already merged within, right? So they know that, oh, wait, that's just my unclaimed divinity. I just have to claim it. Next gnosis, right? Next epiphanies, downloads. Oh, I resolved this wound. This opens this door, right? Timeline hop. So this is kind of how it's going to start to stack. Is you live with intellect and intuition working as best friends, because you're able to, of course, analyze like a video game, like when you play Counter-Strike or whatever, right? You analyze the situation, right? Oh, those people are camping out. Those people are doing this, right? So you have all of these ideas of what you could do, but that's not helping you in the now. Actually fire the gun or whatever, right? In the game. So it's only when you get super focused and present that you start making progress, right? So I started off my journey doing everything, loving everything, I love everybody. I'm going to do all of this. And I scattered myself. I spread myself so thin that I couldn't find my niche, my purpose. But nowadays I know because I've invested in it. I've got a business coach, many other coaches in my life, mentors. I've invested, man. I've gone out of my way to transform this guy because I knew this is what mastery feels like. Okay? It's not always easy, but if it was easy, everybody would be super rich with six packs walking around you, right? That's not the case. Go to the subway near you, right? Now imagine there was like a planet where only like fit people lived or whatever, right? And then someone who's a little bit chubbier, they would feel like an outcast in that environment, right? Think about that. That's kind of how some of these major cities are in a way, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's important for you to understand that because it's not so much about money or status or looks or all of these different sexual market value, like all of these words that you guys use. It's not really about all of that because it's about the survival value, which is a character trait, right? And it comes back to character, right? Like she will definitely be with the guy more if he has more survival value, even though he's like a blackjack dealer or something instead of a rich billionaire, you know? But he still displays certain traits, mannerism. The behavior is showing that, yo, this is a leader. Don't fuck with him, right? So it's already pre-established, presupposed. And if you create a familiarity with someone, a strange familiarity with someone, the moment you meet them, it already sets up that frame that you know them for years, even though you're meeting them for the very first time. Oh, sorry, I'm late. You know, you sit down. They're like, what? Who are you? You know? Good. That's the dance of the opposites. That's me breaking rapport in my masculine energy. It's just saying I don't give a fuck. You know? Hate me or love me, I'm still me, baby. Unapologetically me. Hating and loving the underdogs on top. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for listening, tuning in, tapping in. I gotta get going. I have a few students to coach and heal. So yeah, I'll be getting to that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. The spirit science of attraction. Tap in. Okay. Science of Attraction by Shane Smith. Shout out to him as well in AZD. On that book. That's a very good book. If men are kind of confused about the female code, the mating code, the female nature, it's a good one to have and just go through because it's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna blow your mind. It's gonna change how you see through this matrix, and then you're gonna do it differently. You're gonna play this thing very differently, my friends. You're not being your natural self. That's causing you a lot of issues. You see what I'm saying? It feels forced. Yeah. So tap in. You got this. We got this. Upward Spiral Gang. May you never be the same again. Osa.